Hey y'all, it's your girl Fox Divinity here to give you the tea from spirit. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow my socials down below, and we are going to start this reading. So the first thing I have been getting a lot, whatever collective I've been connecting to, a lot of it is concerning releasing karmic ties. So when I was meditating not too long ago, I kept seeing a very thick cord, and it was almost as if like if you cut it, there's like a bone in the middle, like almost like just a very thick energetic cord towards you and another energy. I keep getting people who keep attracting this certain type of energy, or this energy just keeps coming, trying to attract to them, and it keeps backfiring and bouncing back onto the person, if that makes sense. So that's kind of what I picked up a lot. I do feel a lot of heart chakra healing that people have to do as well, that this certain type of collective have to do. So I'm gonna pull some cards to see what's going on and kind of dig into which energy what energy this is, because I keep getting an obsessive type of energy that's very obsessed about your energy, addictive to your energy. So almost like this energy wants power, but it has to force power, and you just naturally have power. Like, you don't have to force it. So let me see. I'm gonna start first with what energy, what do they need here? Okay. What type of energy is this? What type of energy is this that they have to release the karmic tie to? Or I even get that you're attempting to. Like, this is what you've been trying to do. Colorless angel. So I get 10. So if you see, and I always look at the colors and everything. I always look at the colors, but the numbers, the colors, the symbolism, everything. But colors angel, what that gives me a lot is that they stole your light. So a lot of this, and I keep picking up earth angel a lot. So somebody who, that's why when I said like you just have a natural power to you, it does give off a lot of earth energy, earth angel energy. Let me just make sure this on, sorry. Earth angel energy, right? But this, you see how it's dull and colorless? It's almost like if you look at it, it's like someone siphoning from you. So it was somebody who made you question a lot about yourself. It was somebody who wasn't very supportive of your drive and your ideas. It was somebody who didn't nurture and elevate your creativity. It was somebody who could have been envious of your shine, envious of your power, didn't know why you could attract things easier than they could. Let me see the back of this. Atonement. And I also get a lot of this, when I get atonement, and you see all the knives in the back, what I get a lot of this is negative self-talk. So you, almost as if because somebody hurt you, you started hurting yourself, because you're not the type when I'm picking up, it's like you're not necessarily the type that goes out to hurt people. You're not necessarily the type that you kind of want everybody to win in a way, but when somebody hurts you, you don't do anything back to them. You reflect it upon yourself. And I get that's where the karmic tie is that's where I see that cut, because in order for you're starting to realize, in order for you to truly love yourself and like almost like to get all these knives out, you have to cut that connection with that entity, with that person, even if it's just a person, it carry a certain type of energy with them that is just not going to help you thrive. Let me see. This came out. A lost loved one watches over you. And I get a lot of ancestral work. This could also be an ancestral karmic tie. So what I'm getting a lot as well is like in ancestral patterns, ancestral thoughts about money, ancestral thoughts about what your life should be, how you should be as a mother or a father, how you should be as a wife or a husband, or how you should be as a career. An ancestral thought pattern that created a karmic thing for you that you are in charge of breaking. And I am getting a lot of this as well, is that, sorry, I'm like hearing. So with this, I'm also hearing right now is that you finding yourself is healing your ancestors. So I get that a lot of you are leaning on your ancestors for help and guidance, which is good. But I don't think you understand the power that you are emanating in your line, because you are doing stuff that your ancestors never were able to do. So you healing yourself is healing them. It's healing generational patterns, generational timelines. So that's what I'm hearing. Like whoever ancestors, and I keep getting a grandma, a feminine, like a grandma, me, like you healing, you doing almost like you going against the path is healing them. They are learning from you. That's what I'm hearing. We're learning from you. And this is also, and I keep getting, this is when I get in the back of this sexual chemistry reminiscent, this is also giving a lot. That's why I kind of was pulled to get more of my love decks, because this is giving more like an ex. This could also refer, and this is however it resonates with you, this can also refer to a friend or anything like that. But I keep getting pulled to somebody you had a romantic past to, almost like a past life a past life connection to. So let me pull a little bit more. Almost, okay, so what I'm picking up right now is that the partner that you kept connecting to is bringing me back. Sorry. When I get my channels, I'll see things in my third eye and it'll flip really fast like a movie. So and I'll get colors and smells and senses, and I'm trying to like grab it all at once. And then I'll hear a song that kind of like resonates with that message. So I try to like connect. It's almost like a puzzle that you're trying to connect all in like a span of 2 seconds. So I'm going to try to explain this the best I can. But the partner or the person, the energy that you kept connecting to was linked back to a childhood trauma. And that childhood trauma is also linked back to ancestral stuff. So it is giving, if you were not, so for example, if you were not necessarily emotionally taken care of by your mom or dad or anything like that, anyone who raised you, the parental figure in your life, if you did not get that emotional support, you will attract somebody, you'll realize you started attracting people who were not emotionally available or who did not express themselves emotionally. So your trauma was manifesting in the people you were attracting. And now that you are trying to heal that, it's almost like your soul is evolving rapidly to find who you're supposed to really align and be with. Because I keep hearing as well, understand what soulmates mean. Whoever's ancestor is speaking to me right now, they're very loving. Almost like getting emotional. They're very loving, and they keep saying, understand what soulmates mean. So, and they keep telling me, explain it. Yeah, they keep, and I'm smelling like, I don't know who I'm connecting to, but I keep seeing like a small kitchen, a really small kitchen. And, she's always by the sink. And she's like, making bread and everything like that. Almost like she was a figure, like a strong figure, but a loving figure. Like you loved her, but you knew you had to respect her. Like she didn't play that, because it's giving a very loving energy, but a strong energy. And they're saying, explain what soulmates mean. So when they're saying that, this is what soulmates mean. I'm just like, explain what soulmates mean. So soulmates, I think people misconstrued soulmates because they think, okay, when they say they're my soulmate, they think they're the only ones. You will have multiple soulmates in a life. And I've explained that before. But what I mean in a deeper way is that your soul evolves when you're here on earth. When you're in this realm, we come to earth because earth is school. And we are learning how to evolve our soul, pretty much waking ourselves up and reminding us of our soul, right? And you have to understand that your soul evolves as time goes on, if you allow it. That's another thing too, if you allow your soul to evolve. So I feel like some of you guys held on to a person because you said they're my soulmate, right? But your soulmate at 17 wouldn't be the same when you're 30. Does that make sense? If you actually grew and evolved and they were growing and evolving as well, then yes, because your souls are evolving at the same place, which means that you guys are learning about each other again. You're learning about yourself. They're learning about themselves. But if you can't, and this is tentative, of course, with certain people, but why whoever's grandmother keeps telling me this, because they keep saying you keep getting stuck on that, and you're not understanding that your soul is evolving, your soul is moving. So yes, they were your soulmate for that time. Your soul and their soul were aligned. Now your soul's moving on. So you have to understand that if they can't move on with you, or they can't learn who you are, because I keep getting a lot of you guys are learning who you are again for the first time ever. And I keep hearing, do not be afraid of that. She's doing this. Do not be afraid of that. Do not be afraid to learn about yourself. Even like, and I keep getting, even with clothes, like get a new wardrobe, tasting new foods, like being like, whoa, I never knew that I even liked this kind of stuff. I never knew. They keep saying, do it, do that. I keep getting, a lot of you guys are understanding that the thoughts that you've had growing up and how it molded you as a child was all fallacies. And normally I'm a lot more upbeat than this, but whoever spirit is around me right now is very calm. It's a very calm, and that's why I can tell it's very calm but very strong, because they know that you have been on a path. And I keep hearing, and whoever, they're so strong, it kind of gets me emotional, because I keep hearing you felt like you failed so much. Like, yeah, they keep saying you felt like you failed so much. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. Okay. You are not a failure. You are not a failure. I'm hearing a dog barking too. Palm trees. Stability, security, performance, growth, endurance, and flexibility. Listen to the trees. Listen to the trees. Stabbed in the back. That's also the same. You see how it stabbed in the back. Heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shock and attack. That's the same thing as this. The pain that you've been through, the heartbreak that you've been through, the amount of times the rug has just been pulled out from under you. I'm getting, for some of you guys, it's almost like you're numb to the pain. You have this waiting until the other shoe drops. The life that you've experienced so far has kind of molded you into that person. Like you carry a lot of pain, and they want you to release it. They want you to release that pain, because I'm also getting my throat is blocked up. They want you to release that. And they keep saying you're not a failure. Whoever they keep doing this, you're not a failure. You never failed. I hear people failed you. You never failed. People failed you. Okay. I want to see who collective am I talking? Who is mainly in this type of collective right now? I'm going to see. And I get that a lot of you guys played it safe. So you are doing something right now because it's safe. I'm getting, even you're not opening yourself up because it's safe. It's safe if I just push everybody out of my life. It's safer that way. It's safe if I just stick with this and not pursue another endeavor that I've always been wanting to try. I keep getting that you're just being safe. I also get addiction. So if addiction ran in your family, I am picking that up as well. Because I'm getting that whoever I'm tapping into has a line of people who use escapism. So it's actually a line of people who were very gifted, but they didn't nurture it or manage it well. So it could have turned into escapism. It could turn into even schizophrenia, like mental issues. And I get it's with the women's side of the family. And this is popping out to me again, because almost like I'm seeing a lot, almost like you saw a lot of the women in your family just downtrodden, just beaten down by life. Speaker, your purpose is to speak. And that's why I kept this blue. It's like blue and like blue chakra and everything. And that's why you notice how I said right before, I was like, well, your throat chakra, like I feel like my throat's getting blocked. Because normally when I get a tightness in my throat, it means that somebody is trying to say something, but is refusing to. So my throat will get shocked. Even when I'm right in front of a person and like I could be standing next to a person, my throat starts getting tight from that person's energy. Family. Said this is family line. This is family line. And it's also with finding your family. With finding your family. I keep getting it, you're free to do that. You're not, I keep hearing, you're not supposed to save them. You are not supposed to save them if they do not want to be saved. And I do feel like you put yourself in that position a lot. You are not supposed to save them if they are not wanting to be saved. And whoever this, and I keep getting this entity comes around when that kind of drains you. Whatever it is, it's like it's backfiring off of them. That's all I'm seeing. I'm seeing like something being shot back. They're protecting you. You have a shield around you that's really genuinely protecting you from certain things. It may feel like you're really alone right now, but I'm telling you, I keep seeing you in like this soil and the seed, and almost like you're busting through the soil. Before you were just a seed, and now I see you growing through that soil. I see black and yellow butterflies, and I'm hearing the sound of a hummingbird. And I keep seeing like right now I'm seeing like a door, like a car door. You know those car doors are like metal back in the old days? Like, you know, when you hold that's what I'm like, you know, when you hold the handle out like this and it's metal, it's like old cars. Old cars is what I'm seeing. Cigarette smoke. Wisdom. I think when I'm picking up this wisdom, I really genuinely, everybody in your lineage is choosing you because you are the most wise. It's because you are the most wise out of all of them. Even the one who's talking to me, she's wise, but I get that she didn't really, it was almost like she gained her wisdom once she passed. But when she was here, she was stuck in this realm and this conditioning, this like repeated thing. But they know that you have the wisdom. Success. Every time I connect with you guys, it's always success. It's always that. Because I keep hearing like sobbing. Almost like I keep feeling like you know when you wake up and your heart just sinks to your stomach, and like sobbing, crying out to God. And she's saying, we hear you. We hear you. And it could be those who are going through a separation right now. Those who are in the process of cutting ties with certain beings and entities that just will not do it for them anymore. I'm getting is those who are in the process of doing that. Or they're in that stage right now. Oh, I didn't want to shuffle that one. The ones who need to find their tribe. And you are in the process of finding your tribe, but you got to speak because your voice will send pings to the ones that are meant to be in your circle. And I keep getting you have to, whoever's, they're showing me and I'm trying to explain it, but there's like, you have to let your soul be free. Almost like if you're still holding on to certain things, you're not allowing your soul to be free. Thus, you cannot send those pings to the ones who will be right for you, who are aligned and part of your tribe. If you are still operating off of off of an energy of self-doubt and fear and everything. And so when you speak, even though you're speaking it, your soul still is holding those little things that are weighing it down. So it's sending the wrong pings out. And I keep getting, you are, and once again, they keep coming, you are not supposed to save anybody. And I think you put yourself in a position where you had to save somebody. I get a lot of you guys were kind of beaten down as a kid. So I get the most, that's why I said the throat chakra, and mostly your voice has the most power, which is why it was the first one taken away from you or blocked from you. It was never taken away, but those who tried to take it away. I keep hearing you're dumb. Like I keep hearing, like, even when you say something and it's like a group of people at tables, like, just go upstairs. You don't know what you're talking about. I keep hearing like this, just go away. You don't know what you're talking about. You're dumb. You're like, you don't know what you're talking about. Even when you're going to them and saying, hey, I like saw this weird thing, like, cause I get there's a lot of you guys could see spirits at a very young age, and like you telling whatever, if you would say it, it was just dismissed. A lot of things were dismissed. And I really don't, like, the colors angel is really concerned. I don't want you to stay like that. It's almost like this is how you got once you got here. You are genuinely an earth angel, but once you got here and the density, because you know this third realm is dense, it will weigh us down. And that's why you have to make sure you elevate, you hire yourself. And that's the only way you can really connect to spirit, because it's so dense here. And as time went on, and as life, every life that you came back here, it's like it took a piece of you every time. But right now, but in this life, all the pieces are coming back together. And I do get a lot of things are going to, like, because I keep seeing, is that like the movie National Treasure? I don't know, but I keep seeing like the spinning thing, and then all the codes, and it's like everything unlocks. You know, like, I hope, if you know what I'm talking about, let me know. Like, it's just that door that like all the codes match up, and then the bigger door unlocks. That's what I see was happening for you. You have to let it happen, because it will be painful. Not saying physically painful, but it will be painful, because I keep getting the biggest pain is you. Okay, I want to pull before, but I keep talking. The biggest pain for you is because I keep hearing, I keep feeling this deep, heavy energy, like your heart dropping, like a heartbreak, and I keep hearing, I let it happen. That's where the biggest, deepest pain comes. Not that the fact that they did it to me, but it's because I let it happen. I let them drain me. I let them do that to me. I allowed it. So what does that say about me? And that's what they keep telling you. You have to release that. You have to forgive that. Even from like childhood stuff. I wish I said that when I was a kid. I wish I spoke up. I'm getting abuse as well. Sorry, I need to put a trigger warning. Even sexual abuse or anything like that. I'm picking up, like, you're mad at yourself that you didn't say anything, even when you were a kid, when you didn't know any better. So those are the things that will come back up to push you to forgive yourself, to love yourself, no matter what. None of it was your fault. It's only your fault if you didn't learn from it. That's what, and I'm not talking about the abuse or anything like that. No. I'm saying, like, in general, it's like the grandmom is like, it's only your fault if you didn't learn from it. Archangel Michael, protection, and to be tolerant, to weather through the storm. To weather through the storm. Because the storm, and to be discerning. And I want you to understand discernment is not just not trusting people. It's not what discernment means. Discernment is finding the truth of it and being neutral about it. Not having a judgmental manner about anything, but just seeing it for what it is and just being like, okay, it's not for me. And just continuing with your life without it having any type of attachment to you. They want you to make sure you know what discernment is. Because discernment, I think some of you guys are doing the extreme of it, which is like, I don't want to deal with nobody. And discernment, it's a skill because you still have to be out in this world. Protection. Things are going to balance for you. But right now, the truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off. I tell you. Okay. I'm going to pull from, where's this pain, this deeper pain coming from? Because I get from speaker, you were powerful. You spoke in a past life. You spoke. Ugh. Traveling, water, vows. See, this is given marriage. Or vow, or even it's either giving marriage or commitment to somebody. But that's why I said there was a reason why I felt like pull all my love decks, because this is a love thing. Vows you made. You made vows with this person. It's okay to break them. Persecution. That's the same thing for the speaking. I'm going to put that right on top because I am 100% sure that you experience massive damage and fragmentation to your soul from speaking. Vows, I'm telling you, what's underneath it? A writer. And then underneath that is phobias. You made a vow, and I'm telling you, these vows that you made, it could have been past. That's why you have to be careful when you say, I'm going to be with you forever. Because I'm telling you, there are soul contracts and vows that you make that will last lifetimes. But there's a vow. But whatever this connection and contract that you made, it's draining you. It's almost like you learned everything you needed to learn from it. You learned everything you needed to learn from it. And now it's time for you to get your end of the bargain, because there wasn't a balanced bargain. And I keep getting whoever this person is, it's like they had to force. I can't express this enough, but it's like they had to force. It's like they had the force power. You're going to listen to me, or use some sort of way of manipulation. Like, and that's why I also get obsessive energy. Like, they will understand you, they will watch you. And I keep getting stalking behavior too. They will watch you. They're very obsessive, and they're because they don't understand this like unique chip you have. It's like they have to manipulate people in order for people to follow them, or make promises that they can't come through with, or put a mask on for every single person. But you don't have to do that. You never did. The power that you had was just in the essence of being yourself. You never had to force it. So they wanted to keep you around so they can feed off of that energy. You guys were supposed to be a team. That was the original vow. You guys were supposed to be a team. My powers mixed with your powers. But somebody isn't keeping up their end of the bargain. Almost like the power was too addictive and they didn't want anyone else to take their shine. Or you shine so bright that it was to blinding them. So they had. Okay. Let's see. I'm just going to pull more cards. Getting a lot of I don't know, I'm seeing like pink and Venus, like mermaid. I'm seeing like pink and Venus and mermaids, and like I'm like a whoosh of that kind of stuff. Almost like you were like a mermaid. I don't know. This is just me just saying what I'm seeing. So if it resonates with you, awesome. But just like a mermaid in a way. Almost like your voice could do things to people. People would just listen to you. period. Almost like a siren that it gives, like a siren type of thing, because the ship keeps coming around. Bodies of emotions, the ups and downs of it. I keep hearing, I'm so tired of the ups and downs. I'm so tired of the roller coaster. I'm so tired of the waves. And you see how my voice shakes when I say, because it's like, I can feel it. Like I can feel it off of you. Whoever this I'm connecting, I can feel it off of you. You're getting your color back. Prosperity begins. Good. And you see how I noticed when I said you were like a seed? At one point now you're growing and now they're nurturing. It's like, so this is kind of what I was referring to. It's like almost like what I was seeing when I said you were a seed in the beginning, not too long ago, and now you're growing and you're growing rapidly. You're getting your color black. You're getting your color back. You're getting your color back. Material harvest. Good news. That's awesome news. And when I get 9, I always get to humanitarian when it's like 9. Every time I get the number 9, I know I'm always talking to somebody who is an angelic form. Literally an angel in human form. Every time I get 9, I already know, I'm like, yup. And you see how notice like that halo and the sun and everything is going to come together. The money, it's all going to come together. Trust me when I tell you. Those things came both. And you see deception and envy. That's all it is. That's all that energy is. It's just deception and envy. That's all it is. It's envious of your light. And it will tell you lies. Because I get that whatever energy pings they send to you, it will translate into your thoughts. Yeah. It will translate into, that's what they literally said. Yeah, my ear. They literally said it will translate into your thoughts. They will try, and I keep getting they're trying to speak to your inner child. So make sure you protect your inner child. Okay. I'm going to pull this question one. Let me see what else. I just pull whatever I like feel connected to. But I definitely feel a lot of like rising up from the ashes. Phoenix vibes. What are her names? It's a situation. New beginnings, liberation, tragic endings. Meeting, talking, building friendships. Yeah, you're still in that. And that's the scary part about it. Because when I get that 1, that's new beginnings as well. Reborning, transitioning. What question is the most daunting? What question did he keep asking themselves? What question is your soul asking that needs the most healing at this moment? Do I surround myself with people who lift me up? That is the question that your soul keeps asking you. Are you surrounding yourself with people that lift you up? The people with whom we surround ourselves determine who we become. Does your tribe fill you up? Do they inspire you? Do they believe in you? Do they help you step into your greatest potential? That's going to be the whole theme of where you've been and where you're going. That's the whole theme of this year for you. Am I surrounding myself with people who really, because the people who are necessarily in your circle may not be in your corner. And you will see a lot of that. You will see a lot of that. Deception and envy. Do I surround myself with people who lift me up? They wanted me to pick, whoever told me, said, pick those 2s up and put them together. The people who are in your circle may not be in your corner. That's why discernment also came. Where was that? That's why that discernment card also came through. Do some light language. There's a lot of you guys who have very strong galactic connections to your galactic family. Do some light language meditation I keep hearing. If you don't have much family or anybody, or you feel like you're really alone, connect to your galactic family. Understand that these are your earth family. This is your earth family is earth. You're here to, you made a contract with them, no matter good, no matter how bad, no matter how good, you made a contract with them and you chose them for a reason. If you want to connect back to love, and if you can't find that in your family, because a lot of you guys have just been put in this family so you can break the karmic ties. They chose you to do that. Connect back to your galactic family. They are the ones that will show, that will teach you. You have a lot of family, not in just this earth. Be persistent. Keep going. 9, 7, 8, 9. Attract success. 7. Your success. They do want me to keep doing that. You see how be persistent, right? 7, 8, 9. This is how I kind of, because I connect numbers and all that stuff, y'all. Like, it's not, I make sure I'm using everything. Material harvest. Be persistent because it's leading to that material harvest. Be persistent. Be persistent. Green, heart chakra. You notice how I said the heart chakra is coming through, even though green's like envy too, but it's the envy and deception comes from a distorted heart chakra. That's it. Attracting success. Your success is what your success and the success that is coming to you, and that is meant for you. Root chakra. Your fit is from you breaking these ties. You are going to be given the highest crown, the biggest crown. The success that you are attracting. 7 is what causes that deception and envy. Is what causes that distorted heart chakra, because people don't know how you're going to do it. People don't know your plans. People don't know your next steps. And guess what? That's okay. They don't need to. So you keep your dreams close to your heart. Attract success. That's exactly what you're attracting. And it's going to be from all the things you release. You are going to have the crown. Okay, is there anything else I want to pull? Okay, I'm going to pull this big one. Normally I read the book with it because the definitions are, like the meanings are really awesome, but I'm just going to pull to see which one without reading it because it is kind of long. Be persistent. Keep going. Keep going. I keep getting that some of you guys are not. You keep going down, potentially do not get distracted by other paths. You keep going down these other paths because you're lacking confidence in yourself. They don't want you to do that. Whatever, okay, whoever this is, sorry, somebody just, they literally just like, tell them this right now. Whatever plan you're trying to do is a distraction. It's not going to harm you. It's not going to harm you, but you're going to circle back around and realize, oh, if I just trusted in myself in the first place, I didn't, it's not like it's going to derail you, but it is going to be a distraction. And you're going to notice that very early on. Whatever it is, if you're trying to pick up a second job, if you're trying to do, it's going to end up being a distraction for you. I don't know who that's for, but whatever plan you were thinking, it's like, oh man, I got to do this. It's going to be a distraction for you. Okay, let's see. What closing message do they need? I'm hearing knocking on heaven, that song, knocking on heaven's door. That's the only thing that's paying, knocking on heaven's door. Okay. Diving for light. Okay, so this is 11, 2, right? I'm sorry, 11. So that's really good. Legacy of light. 7. Where is that 7? Where's that 7? Okay, let me connect it all with you guys again. Okay, legacy of light, right? Oh my gosh. It's over here. Legacy of light. When I get this, when I see this card, and you'll see it here, that's all your lineage. That's you. You see the crone, maiden, you like, right? It's something like, you know what I'm talking about, but that's your lineage. Anytime I see that, it's ancestral. Also galactic, legacy of light. So let's connect the dots here, because this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. 7, you're always going to catch deception and envy because you are the legacy of light, right? Diving for light. 2, you're on the right path. I'm going to read, and this is also talking about heart chakra stuff. And you see how the underwater, that's what I kept feeling, like a mermaid. I'm sorry, guys. The sunlight is kind of, like water, like emotions. You make sure you don't let your emotions drive you. There's a lot of strength in your emotions, but I think you forgot how to utilize all its power within it. Sometimes it can push you and drive you away. Diving for light. That's what's going on. Seahorses, if that's not significant to you as well, seahorses. But that's why the envy is there. That is why the deception is there, because you are the legacy of light. You are supposed to bring light into this world. You carry a very heavy job, and that is going to irritate a lot of people who cannot carry the same mission that you are meant to carry. I would like to read this one, so you can, if you want to pause it, I think it's really helpful to follow the stuff in this book for this Diving for Light, because it's helped me a lot as well. So I'm just gonna, if you want to pause it or anything, or slow it down, hopefully I'm going to say it slow enough, but it's a healing process for this, so you can open up your light more, so you can trust it more, so you can let in that unconditional love, especially the feminine, the galactic, so they can channel in through you. So I want you, they say to say this aloud, whether it makes sense to you or not. I call upon the presence of unconditional love. Be here now without restraint. Fill me and fill this space. Touch all beings with your grace. I feel the presence of unconditional love within me. I acknowledge the presence of unconditional love all around me. I am the presence of unconditional love, and in this love, no fear can remain. May unconditional love guide any fear back to the light of love, or back into the earth, as serves the greatest good. My body, mind, heart, and soul are now completely bathed and protected by unconditional love. Through my own free will, this is so. And they say, even if you say this, you can say it every day, you can say it when you need it, and say it even if you feel anger, irritation, fear, even if you want to cry, say it. Because if you feel those emotions, that means it's working. You are building it up, and you are releasing it, and you're sending it back so it can transmute into your highest good. So that is what I got for you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.